Good morning, everybody. Well, unless, of course, you live on the other side of the world or in a different time zone than me. But good morning to everybody from where I am. So, we left off last episode building this beautiful bastard right here. I'll launch some satellites today. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do today. What we're going to do today is going to be based on how much science we can get. So this is David the Lander right here, which we used last stream to do a science mission on the moon. And off screen, I actually went down 2 more times to collect science so I could fill this guy up. So this is almost completely filled with data right now. We've got our science building up here. There's only a tiny little bit there, but if we speed this up, you can see that it ticks up. Science is being produced in our lab now. So if we do a long mission, we can come back here and transmit the data back. I don't think anybody can level up. No. Nobody can level up right now. The problem, though, is I went down and a couple times, came back up. The extra fuel tank is nearly out of gas. This is refueled right now, so I can make another go. I think these are fine. And I realized after the fact, on the absolute last mission, I realized I forgot to get temperature and barometric pressure data on all of the 3 sites I visited. So I noticed that those were there when I came back. But that's okay, I got a lot of science. But we need to do a refueling mission for this bad boy. And I think what we're going to do is take my most experienced pilot and fly her back to Kerbin in the escape craft. Then come back with a new escape craft and like a tanker to refuel this bad boy. So what I did was I EVA'd my pilot, and I had her grab all of the science data from the last mission, which includes a moon rock, which I finally found. I finally found a damn moon rock. They just look a little bit different. You have to go up to them, and you don't click on the rock. You have to click on yourself, and then tell them to pick up the rock. So she's got a ton of data in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to decouple our escape craft, and we're going to fly that back, and then we'll bring a new one in with the refueling tanker. I think that's going to be a good idea, because that'll get me a lot of science to work with. So, let's just undock this bad boy and switch to it. Yep. And German is in there. Let's turn on. Let's pull away from the station a little bit. Just get out of the way of the station. Bye, friendo. And we've got 1,000 Delta V. I feel like 1,000 Delta V at this little jerk here is enough to get back. And what we could do is we could actually maybe redesign the escape craft to hold more Kerbins. You cannot hear me because your headphones need to recharge. So just make wild hand. Well, I am part Italian. I'm Polish and Italian, so I've got the hand gesticulations going. I can handle that. I'll just pantomime the entire thing. And yeah, I can use the RCS as emergency fuel, yes. All right, so I've got 1,000 Delta V. All we're trying to do is get home. So let's add on a maneuver. Oop. Go this way. Yeah, it'll be, it should be pretty simple. That'll do the trick. Warp to next maneuver. And then what I was also thinking is if we wanted to, what we could either do is build another space station around Magnus, or we could build an engine section, chuck the engine section, attach the engine section to the space station, and try to push the entire engine section over to Magnus, or the entire, what's it called? The entire space station over to Magnus. But I don't know if that's needed at this moment. Right now, I got this in orbit around the moon, and what I really want to do is make a refueling base at the moon. But our refueling base at the moon requires a lot more science, but right now we're coming back with a ton of science. I think the moon rock alone is worth like 150 or something like that. Hey, Spider. All right, so Yeah, this little guy should be fine. Oh, we gotta turn the engine on. There we go. I'm actually a big fan of this Terrier engine. It's easy to get very precise burns done with a very low thrust engine. And we're going home. We didn't need 2 pilots over here anyway, so. Station's too wibbly wobbly. I was worried about the wibbliness, but what I was thinking about doing is using low thrust engines to do it, and that could mitigate the wibbliness by just using engines that, you know, don't produce a lot of thrust. Just use a little baby engine. All right, now we're just gonna point retrograde. And burn until we hit the atmosphere. And that moon is in the way. We got a problem. The moon's in the way. But we apparently we're gonna accidentally gravity assist ourselves into re-entry here. Alright, so we just gotta get this down a little bit more. Alright, let's just do that and let it go for a bit. Gravity assist ourselves into re-entry. We'll go until we're out of the moon's influence here. Completely intentional. Yeah, exactly. Definitely on purpose. Which Delta V's left? Plenty. This little thing was well designed. It has just enough Delta V to get the job done. No, actually a little bit extra. Could do it with way less than that. Down to 4. That's just fine. All right, warp here. There we are. Bye, moon. You will be missed. This actually is a good thing because it's going to bring a lot of science right back to Kerbin, and it's going to bring my best pilot back. I might be able to do the next one, just send it up unmanned, because technically the last one we did was unmanned. It had a engineer in it, I think, or a scientist in it. It was a scientist. We didn't have a pilot. We just remote controlled it in. I don't know if I'll be able to get enough science from this to unlock what I want, but I might be able to. Let's see. It's just a little bit of heat. We should probably decouple before something explodes. We'll just burn the engine. This'll make sure we re-entry. We do a re-entry on this pass, and we don't have to wait. Yeah, we'll just burn the engine and then I'll decouple. Bye. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, bye, friendo. There we go. Now we're good. Actually, we might have to... I don't know. Nah, I don't... no, we're going back up. We might actually have to make another pass. Depends on how much of the atmosphere I actually have to push through. What was that solar panel made out of? Diamondium. Solid diamondium.
I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
Very true. That's the whole point of the stream, is sciencing the shit out of everything. Yeah, we have to make another pass, but that's okay. Almost lost my best pilot. Well, technically, I've lost my best pilot like 4 times over now. This is just the current best pilot. I've never gotten someone up to level 3 experience yet. I've only ever gone to level 2 because they just keep dying in freak accidents or, you know, poorly planned incidents. But this is shit. Germain right here is coming back with tons and tons of science. I'm excited to see how much exactly it is. I imagine this one will be a full re-entry. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Perfectly safe one too. The ablator's still good. Beautiful. The next ship is going to have to be pretty big, though, is the thing. Because it's going to have to bring enough fuel to get there and to refuel the entire tank. Nothing like space at 7 a.m. Well, for me, it's 8 a.m. Damn you, Central Time Zoners! And there goes the plasma. Now it's just wind resistance. Sweet. All right, pop the drogue chute. Central Time Zoners will rule you all. I don't know. See, that's the one thing I think East Coasters and West Coasters can, you know, agree on. EST and Mountain Time. I think we could all agree that we're better than Central. Although, I don't know. Why? Feel bad about agreeing about anything with them. Absolutely marvelous. Well, we know that spacecraft worked well. Oh no, we suck, we know. Oh my. Blame Chicago. I do blame Chicago. Speak about something completely useless but looks cool. What about a spaceship that would not require an ablating shield, soft landing like is in the movies? Well, we have we have the reusable booster sections from SpaceX and Blue Origin. I don't think those use ablators. I think they just fire retrograde to slow down. All right, recover. Let's take a look at these numbers. There's a lot of moon science on this bad boy. Oh, yeah, there we go. 550 science. What was the moon rock worth? Moonstone analysis. Yeah, 120. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that finished a mission too. I think that should have finished a mission, I believe. Okay. So we'd have to get all the way up here because this is all the refueling stuff. So we have to get all the way over here, which means we need some of this stuff first. So we could grab scanning tech because that'll unlock a ton of atmospheric fluid spectrovarometer, survey scanner, surface scanning module, and an infrared telescope. That'll unlock a whole bunch of science stuff for probes. Ooh, but there's also stuff down here I want. I believe this is an inline. Let's see, what does this actually have? It's got scan modes, SAS, stability assist, prograde, retrograde, normal, radial, normal, and attitude control. And is this the same thing? What is this? It looks like just a cheap one with terrain scan mode on it. Oh, there's so many things I want. Bigger batteries. This is, oh, better computer. Is that, let's see. Oh, but yeah. That's a direct, it's a high-powered direct data transmitter and a better relay. Oh, there's so many things I want. Hey, Shadow. There's so many things I want. We can get an atomic rocket motor. Travis, thanks for the follow. Big old fuel tanks. I want everything. Oh, but getting this gets me. Getting to this one gives me the ability to make a refueling base, and that's what I want to do. Although we don't even have specialized control up yet. Which one's that? It's 160. I think we'll go with. I think we'll take the scanning tech here. Oh, we need field science as well. Oh right, I don't have enough science. Oh, Call of Cthulhu is today, right? Yeah. Specialized control overrated. I mean, what is we got? Werner engines, different monopropellant tanks, a big reaction wheel. I don't even know what this is. It looks like it's like for building drones. It looks like, but scanning tech looks cool. That'll allow me to build like a cool telescope or a good like a telescope satellite type of thing, right? So that's a scanning arm. Is this a science device? Runs atmospheric analysis. Orbital survey scanner uses a combination of advanced sensor technology and witchcraft to provide information on a planet or moon's natural resources. Oh, okay. That's probably necessary for building a base to refuel at. Surface scanning module.
I have to tell you something funny.
What?
So I started our laundry at 6:30 this morning, and there was a load in the dryer, like, already done, just sitting there with the basket on top. And I just got done with our laundry at 8:14. Same basket, same load, still in that dryer.
Maybe they put it in there last night.
And just left it?
Infrared telescope. Uses light to direct celestial bodies such as asteroid and pose a risk to Kerbals. That doesn't seem like it'd be an issue. So this is for like scanning for that kind of stuff. Black Templar, thanks for the diddly. I mean, we could grab specialized control over here or just save it up. I have to get field science though before I can get the advanced science tech. This is for building rovers, right? Yeah, rover wheels. Alright, cool. And yeah, COC is the Call of Cthulhu tabletop game. Me and Midge and some others are going to be playing later today. Let's check to see if there's any cool missions before we go on. Satellite stationary orbit of Duna. Tourists, science data from Duna. Rescue someone from Minmus. Just and an adjusted orbit. I don't want to adjust the orbit of my satellite. It's where I want it to be. A new whoa! A new orbital space station around the moon. I just built a orbital space station around the moon. You want a new one? Science data for the surface of the moon. I'll go ahead and take that one because we've been doing that left and right. All right, so I think what we're gonna do now is build our because we need to refuel the space station. So it's time to do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open up God. Well, there's David the Lander. What was the name of our... oh, God. Transport 1. That's it. Hey, Air Turanian. So this is the... This is the little rescue transport ship we built. Right here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to use that as the tip. I'm going to get rid of this. And we're just going to build a very large tanker. Any mods? No, this is 100% vanilla. Whenever I play a game with a new DLC, I like to play it vanilla to get a, you know, like good handle on the new stuff being added. So yeah, vanilla. Ben, are those rescue missions about your Kerbins, or did they get into trouble without my help? Little column A, little column B. So yeah, we're going to return an empty rescue craft, and with it is going to come a refueling tanker. So basically what we're going to need is just a lot of, a ton of fuel on this thing's butt. Hey, Reds Jorlights, thanks for the sub there, appreciate that. Okay, so... This is all gonna be about the fuel. Oh, I thought that one was bigger. Is that the only size it goes up to? It is. So I think that's the biggest size I have. Yeah, so after that we just use big fuel tanks. Ideally we'd probably, how much is in this? A lot. The fuel tank we've got over there, I think, holds about 1/3 of that. So that's that. Oh, and we got, this is a fuel tank too. That's actually the fuel tank that's on my lander. So maybe a half of this would fill it up. So if we could get there with this fuel tank, like at least half full, we'd be good to go. We'd want to refuel the monopropellant tank too. So what we could do is... How much does that hold? 120? We can bring over a monopropellant tank to go with it. And we would definitely need a couple RCS thrusters on this thing to be able to control it. And it has an inline reaction wheel, a very small one up there. Oh, the top, just the tip has some of that. And oh, we got 2 monopropellant tanks on there now. That's overkill for what this thing needs. I could take that off. That would shorten it. Any room for expansion to the space station? Yes, there is. And what do I need to be declared a space station? It depends on what type of mission it is. A lot of times, if you get the mission to build a space station, it has to be able to hold 5 Kerbals in it. I mean, we could go... we'll call this Transport 2. And we could go take a look at my space station. Which is Garrick 3. So my space station, this is 4 sections, each delivered individually. So this is section 1, section 2. This is basically the command section, the coupler section, the science section, and then this is the lander I built. So this holds 1. I think this technically holds 1. This holds 3, so this holds 4. 5, 6 if you count this. So, you know, a space station's what you need it to be. Mine is a command section, which serves as a communications relay, mobile processing lab for getting science, and the lander for gathering the science itself. Generally, if you get the mission to do it, though, it'll require 5 Kerbins on it and the ability to be stable. And that's generally it. Oh, you know what I could also bring over? Probably do it in a different mission. Let's do the refueling mission first. Let's open transport 2 back up. Transport 1. Actually, that says transport 1I. There we go. Alrighty. So we need a low thrust engine, which I believe is the Poodle for this section right there. And then what we're going to want to do is actually build some heavy lift boosters for this, which is not something I've done yet. I have not built heavy lift boosters. I've been using basically low lift boosters this whole time. If you right-click on the drone core or capsule, you can reclassify it. Oh yeah, I know. I've done that a couple times already. That's why the Garricks are space stations now instead of just like probes. It's got everything it needs on the tip there. I'm thinking about getting, because we got 2 of these on there. What I'm gonna do is we don't need that one. We'll use that. We'll use this. And what I'll probably end up doing is maybe use this to refuel the main tank. And then just leave like 20 in here, because we don't need that much. We don't need 120 on this thing. Alright, so we're going to be building some boosters from scratch here. Alright, so we'll do a pair. And something I haven't used yet is these bad boys. Includes built-in separation boosters for good measure, because you can never have enough boosters. Hey, Arachnos! Yes, these do indeed come with their own doodles. Could probably lower those down. Yeah, like that. There we go. This game is fun as hell. I completely agree. Now, I believe this is a, like, medium. And that's not a small... Yeah, it's like a medium-sized tank, which I believe is this one. Yep, it's that one. Maybe that... Because these are fuel tanks, too. They hold quite a bit. So maybe just keeping it shorter would be better. Reclassify it. Take the mission to build the new space station and reclassify it again. No, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately. I'll bet you'll be the first one to go insane and call Cthulhu Ben. Yeah, probably. Because I was poking fun at Midge yesterday, and he told me in Raelith or whatever it's called, the Cthulhu speak, that he was going to make me pay. I think the Bobcats are the ones that fit on here. I think it's just these two, the Bobcats. Oh, you know what I could also always do? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, we'll use the Bobcats. Can we rotate them? Like that? I like that better. A boo ba doo doo a dee doo doo doo, and then we just put a bunch, and then we put a bunch of these on. Oh, how much Delta V am I gonna need though is the thing. Ideally, we need to get into orbit without using this section. That's the goal. My early streaming time. I stream at completely different times on completely different days so that anybody from any time zone can watch. You know what I could always do is throw one of these on in the middle as a section. I haven't really used these before, but I could do that. Give it another that's not the right one. Give it another section. Is that under engines? I don't know if I like that, though. Could use an asparagus booster setup to help. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing anyway. You know what I'm going to do? I wasn't going to originally, but I think I am going to put another fuel tank on here. So these guys could actually last for quite a while. And we'll just use those as boosters to get me where I'm going. Right. I'm just going to go ahead and save that as a subassembly. And we'll call this Booster 4. I can hit buttons. And then just go back. Hang on. And then what we do is we just go ahead and line that up like that. Can we... I don't think we got really better color scheme here. I don't really like that. There's the orange ones. We could use the orange ones. I do like the orange ones. Do these have orange Oh, they do. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that's cool. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta strut the hell out of the thing. Don't worry. And there's a lot of room in here. I could add more fuel onto this to make sure that there's enough. Maybe not another full tank, but a half tank. Because a full tank would be pretty huge. I think that's a. Is it this one? I think it's that one. There we go. Breaking ground puts crystals and shit on doing it. Yeah, there's more science to do on like all of the bodies. Worst case scenario, this just doesn't work, which is not a big deal considering there's nobody on it. Aerodynamics. Give it some wings down here just in case I need them. And then we just have to worry about the staging. Oh, and struts. Strut all these together. Make sure it doesn't wobble too much. Same in here. This part might wobble a little bit in flight, so we'll strut. We'll attach some struts on here too. They'll just break off when we separate, so it won't be an issue. All right, that's all attached, and then we'll just asparagus these guys to make sure we get a little more efficiency out of it. A boop a doo 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 doo. I have no idea how efficient this is going to be. We just have to get there with a healthy amount of fuel left, and we're fine. Am I missing a strut? I am missing a strut. Must have not been on, like, mirrored mode. There. Oh, wait. So one of these was. This one maybe wasn't. Fix that. Yeah, I can see it on the other side there now. There we go. Okay, so... these guys got little solid separator motors in them. We got to make sure we get that staged right. So that's these guys go together. These guys go together. So these four will fire. And then the next thing that needs to happen is this set of separators. This guy needs his own section and needs to get put like, way up here. So that blasts off along with the separators that go with it. Then these two go together. So those blast off the separators that go with it. We turn on that engine at the same time. Get rid of this one. And the rest of this is just the rescue craft. So this is transport 2. Completely automated, so if anything explodes, no one's going to die a horrible, horrible death. Hopefully that's got enough enough heavy lift capability to get me where I'm going. So let's go ahead and save that and give it a test launch. The boosters have Sepatron. Yeah, I know. I got them in the right sections. I put them in the right areas. Leah, can you turn down your phone? I could hear my own voice on a 3-second echo from the other room. Let's see here. That on. Oh, no, there's not supposed to be anybody in this. Shit. Well, Leah's watching my stream on her phone right now, and it's I can hear it coming through the apartment into the office, and it's throwing me off. Do. We had a stowaway. Let's get German. I thought there was more control than I was expecting in there. That's because there was someone snuck in. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Be-de-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo. I hit leave instead of launch. They both start with L. Alright, so let's see how this is gonna go. It looks relatively stable to me. We'll start at 2/3 thrust and see how that does. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Yep, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Alright, time to recover the vessel. I was worried that it would be too heavy to lift off, so we're gonna have to give it another stage. So this thing's gonna get mighty interesting. I knew we were going to be, we're gonna be really threading the needle on that, but you could check the TWR, the VAB. I have no idea what those things mean. Okay, so this is oh wait, can we make this look better? Oh, that looks a little nicer actually. Cool. We'll just have to make it more complicated. This is fine. Can you guys do the right thingy for me, please? Thank you. Okay, so VAB is vehicle assembly building, thrust to weight ratio. Is it down here somewhere? Engineers report. Mass. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Hatch can, hatch is blocked, empty crew cabin. Let's see. Detailed stage information, thrust to weight ratio. Oh, it's over here. Okay, gotcha. So, like, I'm interested in that information. Yeah, look at that. 0.84. It does not have enough. It has to be at least 1. But this is fine. This is fine. I know how to fix this. I do. This is fine. This is fine. Don't look at me like that, chat. This is fine. It's perfect. Just add more everything to it and it's fine. That's how this game works. You just strap more rockets to it and it'll work.
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you.
All right, those are all strapped together right now. Actually, gotta turn this off because I wanted it out of my way. Alrighty. Well, maybe we should check to make sure that's powerful enough to lift it. Yep, it is. This is fine. Alright, so we'll just blow that. And then we get rid of all these at the same time as we turn these on. This is one of the most glorious rockets ever made. Let's make sure it's got some stability here by throwing that on there. Transport. Okay, save that. I was hoping I could get it off the ground without strapping more rockets to it, but what's the fun in that? They may oscillate. That's why I taped them together. Or maybe I should tape them... You know what I should do? Because they're taped to the pairs are taped to each other, but the pairs aren't strapped to each other pair. An antenna will help us all. Well, the tip has all of that ancillary stuff on it. I built that. The part that's in here. It's got all that stuff in there. More duct tape. And I forgot to put pairs, I forgot to tell it to mirror that, so we'll just go through and do them all individually. Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. Why not use the four-way symmetry? It would only work in two-way symmetry because these are two pairs, not one quad. Oh, hey, Rommel. All right, we'll make sure that's set to full. Oh! Oh my God! That's not going the right way. It is, that is not going the right direction. But it is going up. It's, oh God. Okay, this is definitely just a nuclear missile. definitely just a nuke. Yeah, it was going up. Now it's pretty intent on being on its side. And stage. Oh, up. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. This is not going to work, but it's still fun. Do. Safe. Here, you know what we could do? Should we try to land it on its ass? You have your main thruster turned on with the booster. Oh, that's not gonna make the slightest bit of a difference on this. This is way too tall for what it is, and way too unstable for that to work. Here, point retrograde. We'll try to land it on its ass. Which, oh, you know, it doesn't have the, it's probably still at a negative, thrust to weight ratio. So it probably wouldn't be able to land. But it'll be a glorious explosion. Here we go. We're gonna totally, Elon Musk it. Here, let's turn this engine on. That'll give me a little more. Careful. Careful. How much, 2,500 meters? We're not slowing down nearly fast enough. Too bad no Kerbal. Oh yeah, there's a reason I didn't put a Kerbal in this. We're slowing down. We are only 1,000 meters left. We're slowing down way too slow for it to be useful. And stage. Oh god. All right, that was. If there was a Kerbal in it, they would have survived. Because they would have been in here. Look at that. They would be just fine. Because that the crew capsule's in there. Okay. Let's go to the track station, recover that. Yeah, that's a win. That's definitely a win. We might just have to resort to my normal boosters. I think they work a little bit better. Transport debris, recover. Transport debris, recover. Recover. Wow, there's a lot of debris. I don't know what that is. We'll just terminate it. That was a success. Oh yeah, exactly. It's a few million gone. It wasn't that expensive of a rocket, honestly. It didn't have a lot of parts. You think I just crashed into the clamps and that threw me off? Well, the other problem is that I had just no control over this. I had no control over the thing. So this is way too much. Way too much, you know, height for what I'm... So let's go ahead and take these off. We know those don't work. We might just resort to our normal booster staging. More struts and move the fins. Now, okay, yeah, I know all that stuff would help out a little bit, but other than the fact that it was wibbling on the way up, you know, right as we lost, I had no control over the thing once we were outside of that problem area. So yeah, that would get me going up in the right direction, but I would still have no control over the thing and it still wants to heal over and just go onto the side. So those slight changes would help a little bit, but it wouldn't make a successful mission. So what we just need is we need to make I'm just gonna put on my normal boosters because these are tried and true and steady and stable, and see what we can do. See if we can make it work. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. What, are those touching? They're not touching. Make a space plane. Oh, I have no idea how to make that, how to do that successfully. We could probably space those out a little bit for safety's sake. That one needs to go down a little bit. Oh shit. No, just. No. Just this. Oh, come on! I like these boosters because I've used them a lot, so I know they work perfectly fine. I've never used that many of them, though. But I've also never tried to lift something this heavy. It's beautiful, is it not? Alright, so, most of the staging's already set up right. These would all turn on at the same time. Oh shit, what did I just do? Yeah, that's wrong. And then I just have to separate these out. And we'll say it starts on this one. Why is it so heavy? Because it's just huge amounts of fuel that I'm trying to lift into space. It's a refueling tanker, so I need to get where I'm going without having burned a lot of fuel. So I need to be able to just lift a lot of fuel into space and then get it where it's going so I could refuel the space station out there. I'll start on this one. And then after this, we'll throw on some struts. There, perfect. Why not send up empty tanks, mine the fuel from an asteroid, then refuel the target? Because I don't have that science unlocked yet. Simple as that. I don't have that technology. Alright, that's the first one. And it looks like it might already be lined up correctly. We'll just... There it is. Let's see. That pair.
I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
And then this pair. And then that pair. I've never done this with four sets of stages. And And what kind of engines are these? I actually don't know. Are they the swivels? I hope they're the swivels. Swivel. Because that'll get me actually control of the spacecraft. Hopefully. Let's strut. Let's get these strutted up. I want these tanks basically connected into here. So that these don't wobble around and they're nice and stable. And then we'll strut the boosters together too. Why don't I add fins to the solid rocket boosters? I'm not done yet. I haven't gotten that far. And normally, like I've done that maybe 50% of the time with these boosters. Sometimes they need it, sometimes they just don't. Depending on what I'm lifting and its aerodynamics. If I can get away without using them, it's less cost, less weight. I'm thinking I might not need them on this. This should be pretty stable going straight up. Oh, this, you need to join in here, my friend. And I can activate the big engine whenever I might need to. All right. Let's give this a try. Let's make sure no one's in it. Double check on that, because, you know, explosions. See what happens. See, this is my favorite part of Kerbal is, you know, making crazy rockets and seeing what happens. Okay. Nice. Smooth. Smooth takeoff. There we go. So that guy that had a mod that made the fuel and engines realistic, so it took time for them to spool up. It was pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of like realism mods. A lot of them. I might have enough control with the swivel engines to do a gravity turn once I get a little higher, but yeah, without any proper control systems right now, just have to let these things take me where they're gonna take me. Well, that's okay. Not bad, really. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is fine. That engine has gimbal on it, so... Ah! There we go. There we go. There we go. This is fine. This is fine. I was just doing a flip. It's just doing a flip. All right, turn that. Woo! Okay, we're fine. Do a flip. This is fine. Okay, okay, all is well. All is well. Let's go ahead and let's see, what's the battery look like? Yeah, whatever we do, we want to make sure the battery doesn't run out. Yeah, it was just style. It was just for style points. All right, so let's get rid of that. Extend that, and let's start get this fat thing moving. stage. All right, yeah, we're pretty good. Let's wait till we're closer. Perfectly safe. Yeah, it's a PR thing. It sells more sells more models, Lego models of this spacecraft. As long as we can get there with a healthy amount of fuel left over, all is well. And right now we're doing fine on gas. Just want to make sure we don't pass the apoapsis, so we might need to nose up a little bit. And last, second to last stage is about to go. Which I think we may have actually passed the apoapsis. Yeah, we passed it a little bit. All right, here we go. Not very efficient, but if it gets the job done, I don't care. Let's try to get that nose back up. Come on, orbit. Come on, orbit. Docking this son of a bitch is not going to be easy, but at least I'm better at it than I used to be. And we're almost down to the poodle. We've got 5,600 delta V. That might be enough to get there and have some fuel left over. It's like struggling not to fall back to the planet. All right, we'll just physics warp up a little bit, because this is a slow burn. Could have been way more efficient, but I think this will get it done. This is just not working that well. We're just falling back down. There, we'll just straight up. Straight up. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Come on. Nope, we're down, now we're back down to the atmosphere. We might just we might need to abandon this. Try again with some control cert. Yeah, it's not gonna. The engine's just not strong enough. So we'll just abandon this guy. Take 2 failure. I could easily do this if I tried doing this in 2 different launches, but I like the complexity of trying to do it in one. I like the complexity of trying to do it in one. We might be able to make that work a lot easier by just doing what Who's It said and just throwing some fins on it so that we could actually gravity turn before we lose the boosters. Might affect the stability in terms of it flipping over because we'd be lower in the atmosphere going faster, but we'll see what happens. So we'll just throw a bunch of these on the bottom, way down at the bottom. Could we fit them in through here? They don't really line up that well. Oh, I know, Garrick, but it's still not going to be very efficient because it's just not enough thrust on these big engines. It'd be way more efficient if I just got a gravity turn going. Because it's just it's that small low impulse engine trying to push the that big thing to a higher speed. A simple gravity turn would make it a better design. So we'll just throw a bunch of these fucking things on. Oh, you know what? I'm on fucking single mode. Why is it always default to single? Fuck me. We'll lose these when we lose the boosters, but that's okay. I just want, if I could make a gravity turn with the boosters on, that'd be good. Oh, God. Go back. What the fuck? Where'd that? What the fuck? You go away. This is being a pain in the ass right now. It's not going to, we might still end up doing that flip. Most likely we'll still do that flip, but whatever. The flip is a PR thing. We've established
Everything's
that.
perfectly all right now. We're fine.
The
We're
flip's
all
for
fine
PR.
here now, thank you.
There we are. This is why you lurk, because watching people fail is more fun than watching them succeed. Well, that's why I do this. Like, I tend to not play games that I'm, like, expert at, because I like to play games that I'm kind of, like, I know the basics of, but I'm kind of crap. Because, hell, the learning experience and the failing is fun. It's like my last EU4 game when I had it failed 7 times on the game I was going for. Might actually be a little more efficient if I reduce the thrust on, if I put a thrust limiter on the solid rocket boosters. Yeah, I actually have pretty good control over this right now. So we'll start moving over. Oh! Ooh. Okay, commit. Gotta commit. Commit. Commit, Magnus. Commit. Commit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, because going this fast through the lower atmosphere is not very efficient. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Should we activate this engine? Oh! No flip! No flip! Better. All right, and stage. I'll actually lower this because we're going pretty fast and still in the atmosphere. Bring back the flip. Let's go to 2/3. So far, so good. Just need to get that up and we'll be good. So we'll keep going. And stage. Go to full thrust now because we're out of the thickest part of the atmosphere. All right, all we got to do is make sure that we get that above 70. Nice. That one's smoother than the last one. And we can ditch the fairing soon, too. It's not heavy, but it's a little bit of weight. I like when I like watching the little butt jiggle there. So we'll get to, like, right about 70. We'll get rid of the fairing. And then we'll just start burning. And yeah, that's close enough. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Look at our speed. Much better. I'll just put that on prograde. I think we're probably good now. Just want to make sure that we don't fuck it up again. All right, get rid of that. That's better. Accidentally dropping parts on Disneyland. Well, that's fine. It's Disneyland. Nobody cares about Disneyland. Gotta be a big fat burn to get this thing where it needs to go. Little tiny low thrust engine, big old booty. But it's a tanker, so. I wish I had enough science to build the refueling base at the moon. But unfortunately, I need more science. Well, we're getting there. Oh, you know what? Get rid of that weight. Make sure this gets deployed. We should be good. All right. What do we need? 2200, 2300 to be in orbit, something like that. We're almost there. We'll warp up a little bit. Yeah, whatever. We got a long burn here. We're gonna have a couple long burns to make this work. Take it off prograde? No, it's right at the apoapsis. It's fine to be on prograde. And we're almost where we need to be. Yeah, and we're good. Slow that back down to normal speed. And cut the engine. There we go. Well, we got it up here. And I think we're gonna... it'll take, what? Half of that to do what I need to do? Alright, so technically right now we're just shooting for the moon. Did I hit it? Oh, there we go. That should be fine. It's off by just a little bit. It's okay. It was about 850 to get there. And I just got to make sure that I'm kind of swooping around it. Build a midway station around Kerbin to refuel the send ship from that station to station. Well, technically, I do have that already. I have a station around Kerbin with a fuel tank on it, so I could do that. So I want to make sure that we're not going the wrong direction, because I've done that before. That should be fine. Ended up going the wrong way around the moon. It's a... oh god, it's a 3-minute burn. Yeah, that's why you use physics warp. Probably be a good idea to turn on the RCS thrusters to move this thing around. Although they're only on the top. We should be facing generally the right direction, though. What's the power source? Well, I mean, we've got power. It's actually not as, the reaction control wheel on just on that little guy, it's not that bad. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it would. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Look at a little booty. Look at his little booty. It's a little wibbly, little wobbly, but that's okay. I honestly thought it would be much more unwieldy maneuvering it around with just the little tiny reaction control wheel in the pod. It's really not that bad. How many casualties? 7. One of them was Binks, though. My cat killed one Kerbin. All right, so we're going to want to go to about a minute and a half here. And then we'll do our burn. 125 is what we're looking for. Oh, shit. God, I always do that. Misclick there. All right, that's fine. Yeah, I was doing I was doing a survey mission around Minmus, and so it was one of the ones where it was like take temperature readings below this altitude, and the altitude was really, really low. They were like do a temperature reading below like 4,100 meters, so you had to be really close. And I was adjusting my orbits to get to the right areas to do the survey, and Binks jumped up and stepped on the keyboard, and I grabbed him to try to get him off the keyboard, and he kind of like flailed a little bit and hit the spacebar a bunch of times and fired off all the staging. So that's how Binks killed the Kerbal. And then I killed 2 because of hubris. Hubris killed 2. I deorbited a space station and tried to save it. Saved the space station. The crew died, though, because I landed it on its butt, and then it tipped over. This isn't as bad in space as I thought it would be. I honestly thought it'd be worse. I took a picture of what Binks did. I'll show. Hang on. Let me finish this bird, and I'll show you. Didn't want to get any closer than that. That's not good. Because that's gonna send me going the wrong way around the moon, I think. Yeah, I need to do like a small burn to make sure. Yeah, like that. To make sure that I'm kind of swinging around the far side and not having it like push me under it. But that's a small burn, so. Here, put that on stability assist, that way I can control this thing. And it's 34 meters per second. Hey, Lala. Sorry, I can't restart, but Twitch and my speech program don't like each other anymore on this page. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm just going to do this immediately, because it'll be more efficient sooner. It's still not where I want it to be. Put a little bit more. That's fine. All right, just warp to next maneuver then. It's just a little bit of alterations here to make sure I don't end up going the wrong way around the moon, because that takes a lot of delta V to fix, and it's a pain in the ass. Better. All right, now we just warp out here. Garrick 3 probe, Garrick 3. What's the Garrick 3 probe? What is this? Oh! I detached that a while ago. That's just garbage now. Oh, did you miss the big picture? Here, I'll pull it up right now. I just got to change my capture settings. Hang on a sec. So that you can see it. That's it right there. So, you can see that he very rapidly hit the space bar and detached this very close to mid-miss. Beep, beep, beep. That was the maneuver stage, the return stage, and the re-entry stage. Space bar 3 times. You want to see the cat? Oh yeah, hang on a second. Let me grab him. There we go. There he is. This is the guy that killed one of the pilots. How you doing, bud? Oh, thank you. Oh, he's licking my face. Oh, your breath smells like cat food. Your breath smells like cat food. Ow, he's got a rough tongue. Ah. Okay. Here he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, there we go. It's like, I'll just clean my paw while we're here. There we go. You want to hang out? You want to hang out with me while we're doing this? You can just sit in my lap if you want, bud. All right, let's switch this back. There we go. He's back for a couple more victims. Yeah, good point. Good point. All right, so let's go back to where we're supposed to be, which is this guy? Transport 2. Switch 2. I got cat slobber on me. Yeah, kitty slobber. Make sure this is pointing at retrograde. Let's use the RCS. That'll help out a little bit. There we go. And we're approaching our moon encounter. That orbit is jacked. We're gonna, yeah. Big fat engine, definitely jacked up the orbit a little bit, but we have enough. We have enough fuel to make this work, I think. Why are you yelling at me? I brought you over here and gave you attention. Why are you yelling? You're sitting in my lap and I'm petting you. Why are you yelling at me? We'll get a little bit closer here. We're gonna need to slow down a lot. So we'll just burn retrograde. How much Delta V do I got left? 4,200? I'd be happy if I could complete the mission with 2,000 left. He's been like that all morning. He's in a mood. Oh, you just need some attention, bud? He needs all the attention for Buddy. Here, what if I scratch your booty? You like a good booty scratching. Ben, you found Waldo? Oh, hey! It's Waldo. Alright, so we'll pull this in. We'll adjust our orbit. It'll be fine. 2,000 meters per second of Delta V, or Kerbin's still alive at the end of the mission. Well, the only way this is unmanned, so the only way I could kill a Kerbin with this is if when I was docking, I accidentally hit Z and slammed it into the space station. All right, so we'll set target there. Ow, he's biting me. Wait, did we actually end up going the wrong way? We're going the wrong fucking direction. I thought I had that go in the right direction. Why are we going the wrong way? We're going the wrong fucking direction. Alright, might as well correct it here. I thought I set that up correctly, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, this is gonna take a lot of fuel. You got a big butt, Mr. Binks. Mr. Binks. Mr. Biggs. Mr. has a really big fucking butt. Mr. Biggs. Tail. Yeah. So we'll just, you know, we'll just turn this whole thing around in space. He's a big boy. And then as soon as this hits like 0, we flip it around. There we go. What do we got left now? I think there'll be a little fuel left. I mean, we'll be able to complete the mission, but I don't know if we're going to be able to top off the tanks after that fiasco. As long, I mean, you know, it's an unmanned mission, so worst case scenario, we just wasted a little money. Turn this down a little. Do we want to go up or down here? Go up more? That'll help. Here. Now we're going this way. Alright, so let's just warp over here. Prograde. Hey, Homing Pigeon. How are this morning's mission? It's been a little clusterfucky. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Because we're trying to do a fuel tanker here. And it's not going well. It's just little screw-ups here and there on the fuel tanker. And, that's close enough. How much Delta V is left on this stupid thing? All right, I said I would be happy if there was 2,000 left when we docked. There's 2,800 left right now. All right, not too bad. All right, so we got our descending node. We only have to correct for a 24-degree variation here. Ugh. Oh, didn't mean to do that. All right, 200 Delta V to correct the planes of the orbit. Not too bad. All right, come on, unmanned fuel tanker, you could do it. If we need to, we could always turn on the RCS thrusters too. Maybe to brake after at the end of this turn. Hey, Doodle. Not good, not terrible either. Exactly. That's this mission all over. Not good, not terrible. Nah, we're okay. Facing the correct direction. And we'll burn it. 10 seconds. Mr. Booze, Mr. Booze, Mr. B-double-O-Z, don't ever choose. Any game you play with him, you'll lose. Don't ever mess with Mr. Booze. Don't mess with Mr. Booze. Not bad. Oh,
Mr. Booze, Mr. B-double-O-Z.
Now these orbits, yeah, not gonna exactly line up the way we want to by just waiting. So we'll have to actually do a little burn here and adjust a little. Yeah, we're not anywhere close to where we want to be. I think what I might do here, let's not do that. Let's go retrograde. Let's go to our periapsis and just bring this in. That might make it a little bit easier. Don't mess with Mr. Booze. Don't mess with Mr. Booze. I don't need that on. Just gonna burn retrograde. Turn those RCS thrusters on. And bring that in a little bit, just so it's a little bit closer there. Alright, the orbits are actually touching still. So now we might be able to just wait and get a... Yep, if we just wait in orbit, we'll get a closer one. Alrighty, that's not bad. See, that's 2.6 kilometers at 22 meters per second. All right. That's not too bad. I can make that work for a docking maneuver. Burn time, 0.4 seconds. So it's just a little bit of dip. Just a little tap on the doodle. Is it pro? I don't even remember which direction we were facing. Is it retrograde? Aren't I going to lose connection on the dark side of the moon? I should be able to have connection through the space station. They should be able to control it from there. Because we'll be close to each other. Now Binks is licking my arm. Binks, stop looking the same spot. You've got a rough little tongue. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so we'll just push towards this little doodle right here. Just getting the tiniest little baby burn to make this line up. Not even going to use full thrust, just going to tap it.
What is his name?
Not bad.
Nautius Maximus.
Hey Ben, one of my YouTuber sisters is missing. Do any of your viewers live in California? If so, I would like your permission to put a video link on your Discord so they can find the photos and retweet them or put them on Facebook. They are trying to get as many people as possible to keep a lookout for her car. It has been almost a week. She has not shown up to work, and they are scared as hell.
I mean, yeah, you could put a link up in Discord. That's perfectly fine. Go for it. All right, so that's a pretty good diddle right there. We're gonna make this work. So, okay, switch to make sure we're on target. That back on. Do we run out of juice? We ran out of power. Oh, it's... Wait. I could... It's got light on it. I have to wait until we get some power on this thing. It's like half... It's only like half occluded. Come on. You're being a jerk, game. It's only half occluded. There's a little bit of charge coming in there. I don't get if I can't get a charge on that, we're gonna have a problem. That's a problem. I don't know why. I mean, it should be giving me a little power. That's without any, nothing. We got nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, I messed that up. Yep. Oh, come on. Like, there's like, it was like 51% was occluded. And that, yeah, now I can't, now we're a mile away from it now. That's some bullshittery right there. Alrighty. Maybe we can, adjust again. Try to get it. Rotate so you won't be occluded again. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell where you're going to be occluded at a different stage of the orbit. How far away is that now? Separation 300. I might be able to just wait for another orbit. Wait a day. Then yeah, and try again. Oh god. Here, let's use this. All right, I messed that up. You can control from the head of the craft and set the target to the sun to ensure the craft always is pointing at the solar source. Oh, shit. You cannot select the sun, it seems. You can focus on the sun, like that, but it doesn't let you, doesn't look like it'll let me. I got juice. Hey, can I do it from here? Can't click on it. Is there a way to click on it? Pick Moho. Set that as start. It's close to the sun. There you go. But that's still, you know, we have to set up the burn first. That's not what I want. Probably, we're gonna have to wait a couple orbits. Anyway, maybe if I burn sooner, we might be able to get it without too much issue. Nah, it's gonna fuck things up. That's gonna make it worse. Yeah, we should just do what my original plan. Wait till we're close and then adjust from there. It's not great. Not great, not terrible. And we have to wait a day. A day's only 6 hours here, though. The other thing I could do is, maybe turn off the reaction control wheel when we don't need it. That way it's not sucking down juice. Appreciate the stream greatly. Well, thanks, homing pigeon. I appreciate that you were here. And I'm not great at this game. I'm just kind of an amateur derp. And I stream 5 or 6 days a week usually, and I've been trying to do two days of the same game rather than changing it up to a different game every day, seeing how people like that. Set the probe to auto. Ooh, how do you do that? How do you set a probe to auto hibernate? Is there a button for it? Reaction wheels, camera, transfer crew, auto strut, disable, control point, control from here, rename vessel, toggle torque, lights off. Crew report. Is there let's see. Amateur Kerbal, professional derp. There you go. I like that. I like that a lot. Now we're almost where we need to be. So now we can warp to next maneuver. It's fun when fails. Oh yeah. Half the fun of Kerbal is failing. You know what sucks too is if we had even the slightest a bit of electrical charge when that when we went to start that, I'm pretty sure the engines have an alternator on it and they would have recharged the batteries. That's the pod, not the probe. Good point. Good point. The probe's right there. Hibernation and warp. There you go. It's a button. All right, cool. Good to know. The more I know. Yeah, the ration control wheel really sucks down the juice. What we could do is... So let's make sure it doesn't get to 0. Use the RCS to do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that charges it right back up. So if you can get the engines on even a slightest bit, you can charge it back up. And whoop! And now if we... Where's the sun? There it is. It's that way. What's RCS? Yeah, reaction control thrusters. They are these little guys right here. So it's probably just using the electrical charge to... So if we warp... Yeah, we're fine. We'll be fine this time. All right, we're good. All right, so let's see. This is not a great intercept, but right now I'll take good, not great any day of the week. Turn that back on. Face towards target. No, retrograde to target. Sorry. We need to get closer. We can make this work. All right, turn on the space steering. Make sure this guy flips around easy like. And we'll use the engines to bring that down. All right. Not good, not great. So now what I need to do is... What's going on here? Something's not right. There we go. It was, I could hear the thrusters going, but I couldn't, I couldn't see them going, and it wasn't making any noise. It was weird. All right, now we need to point to the target. Start going towards it. There we go. All right, that gets me to 1 meter or 1 kilometer away from it. So now again we'll point away. How much monopropellant do we have? Ooh, we've actually used up a fair bit of it so far. We've got 130 total. We're down to 96. But that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. You had no signal. Oh yeah, I know I had no signal, but that's what was confusing me is why it was making the noise like it was using the it was using the fuel. It was going like it was making the sound of the RCS thrusters firing, but it wasn't actually firing them. And I wish I'd pulled this up because I don't know if it was actually burning the fuel or not. We're actually going to be technically within sight range. All right, so let's start slowing her down a little bit. Maybe get down to about 10. There we go. That'll get me going. That'll put me 900 meters away from the station at 9.7 meters per second. Not bad. All right. Yeah, let's keep that on retrograde and slow down. Try to get that down to 0. Close enough. All right, so now what do we got over here? Well, now what we'll do is we'll just point towards the target. I don't know if I can actually... I have no idea where it is, so... I think it's out this way somewhere. Well, let's see. Right now, it should be directly behind me. Oh, there it is. There she blows. There's the space station. Actually, managed to pick her out. A little surprised. A little surprised. All right. RCS thrusters. There we go. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Separation, 100 meters. All right, so put that back on retrograde. Once if we can get there, if we can get close, we can probably figure out whichever one is easier to control. Might be able to just control from the station. Oh my god. Leah, my wife works at Starbucks, and she just sent me a picture of an order somebody. So I don't know if it'll show up on my phone right there. Yeah. Large caramel macchiato with 40 pumps of vanilla, like, syrup in it. And extra caramel sauce. That's like, that would mean like half that glass is syrup. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Alrighty. I'm gonna get right on top of it and then slow my butt down. 40 pumps? 40. 40. Hey, Frooks. 0. Okay. We should be real close now. Oh, yeah, there she blows. All right, so now let's We need to try to rotate so that I actually face the station without using... I don't want to use the RCS thrusters for this if I can avoid it, because I'm not actually moving towards the target right now. That's what we need. We need to face the target. 40 pumps of vanilla should be worth at least 1,000 Delta V, right? Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of potential energy right there. I like the way you think, sir. We'll use it as rocket fuel. Alright, face this big ass over here. We don't really have the right inclination on the space station right now, but we can fix that. What's the mission right now? This is a refueling mission for the space station. It's also bringing over an escape pod. Alright, so we face the target. Now let's switch it back to the station. We are going to dock into that one right there. So, control from here. I'm gonna oh, I can't... Are these not retractable? They are not. Alright, so... And we want to target the hatch. The space station's really easy to control. It's got multiple reaction control wheels on it. There's 2 of them. And RCS... I don't have the RCS on right now, because if I don't need to use it, I'm not going to. Alright, get that lined up. Okay. And now we'll switch to docking mode. Free orbital chase locked. Okay, now we just need to head... Oh, RCS on. And head towards the target. Speed this up a little bit, because we're going real slow, like. When we get closer, we'll basically stop. And we'll reorient. Because right now, like, we're going way too high. Okay, so let's slow this down a little bit. And let's also go down. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Waldo, don't do that. I don't like that. That's cruel and mean and cruelly mean. Yeah, using up that monopropellant to get this to work. What's the fun in auto? Oh, Arachnos, yeah. There's no, that's not what that does. That would destroy the space station. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shut those engines off just to make sure that doesn't happen. Z is full thrust. It would slam this into the space station at full thrust. Here, let's, can I, aim camera there? There we go. It's not it might be easier to do this from the space station. Alright, slow down. We need to go up. I didn't put any RCS thrusters on the butt of this, and I'm immediately regretting it. Here, let's at least slow it down. It might be easier to do this from the space station. Oh yeah, last time when someone was trolling and they did that, it wasn't a big deal because I didn't know how to fucking dock, so I was just, like, everybody was saying in chat, I'm like, let's do this, and nothing happened, and we had to reset anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. Alright, let's switch over to the station. Control from here. Aim camera there. Turn the RCS thrusters on. This is... Make sure it's on locked mode. And this might work. So that's forward, back, up. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. Oh, this is way easier to control. It's got RCS thrusters on every frickin' surface. It's super easy to control comparatively. Because without any ones on the butt of that thing, it's just kind of, it's like pushing the nose down and then it wobbles back up. Yeah, see, look at that. That's much easier. So we'll get that lined up and then we'll just arrest in that direction. There we go. That's pretty good, so let's just move it in a little bit. Go up just a little bit. Yeah, this is way easier than controlling that, than controlling the refueling tanker. That looks good. There we go. Much easier. Turn the RCS thrusters off. Yeah, it's going to alter the orbit just a little bit, but I mean, it's just, let's see, we were at 78 kilometers before, and now we're at 78 and a half and 76. It's okay. All right, now, what we want to do is transfer the fuel into this one. All right, that's one tank. So refuel the station. Not bad. And there's one more tank to utilize too. In. Almost refueled the entire I mean, we would have been able to do it if we hadn't screwed up the entry into the moon, and because we had to spend like 600 delta V to turn around in mid-space. Can I transfer the monopropellant? Yes, I can, and I'm going to transfer some, but not all of it. I'm going to keep a little bit in there. So we want to go into the big one. So out of this one. Stop. I wanted to keep 20. Perfect. I like to keep a little, because this is my escape pod. So I like to keep a little bit in there. Now, this is useless. So what we can do is decouple that. Get rid of it. Because we don't need that anymore. And now we just leave... Now this is the escape pod. We just leave the escape pod there. And we leave the fuel tanker behind.